Hey everyone, it's Final. So today we're just gonna do a little bit of yapping, as I usually do, about Risk of Rain Returns. Definitely one of my favorite games currently. I have played way too many hours, way too quick. I've just been having a blast. I've beaten the game twice. So obviously I'm not the greatest. I've been playing on Rainstorm, but I've just been having a lot of fun. Game is a lot harder to learn for me than Risk of Rain 2 was. I like all the secrets. After recording this now, I now have every survivor except for Mercenary and also the secret survivor. I won't say who it is, but like the people who know, they know. Game's great. Game's fantastic. Some people don't like it, some people do. Me personally, I really like the style. I like the challenge that this game brings for me. I really like the new survivors as well as the returning ones. All the new abilities are phenomenal. I'm personally a big fan of Loader's new kit. I really like the newer Tesla coil. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's really cool. I like the boost that it does give you. It's pretty awesome, actually. So I'm a big fan of that. And this game definitely brought some new favorites for me. My top 3 survivors as of right now are definitely Miner, Pilot, and also Sniper. Sniper is really cool, really neat. I definitely have a lot more fun with Sniper in this game, I think, than I do with Railgunner and Risk of Rain 2. The abilities are really cool. I also just like the gameplay loop with Sniper. I really like the active reload. The backflip is hilarious. So yeah, definitely a big fan of Sniper. And Miner as well. I never was really interested in Miner. Back like when I played Risk of Rain 1. I didn't play much, but I did play a little bit. But after getting this game, I got Miner, and I was like, you know what, let's try him out. Definitely up there with my favorite survivors. He is so fun to play, so entertaining, at least to me. Not for everybody, I just find his passive really unique. It's really cool. Very fun. Drifter also is a very neat addition. I really like Drifter, and I hope we get to see Drifter or any other survivors. Really, just any survivors, I would be really excited to see. Drifter would definitely be up there with some of the most interesting to see in Risk of Rain 2. Speaking of Risk of Rain 2, this is a bit of a jump, but Artificer's translation into this game, amazing. Especially with her new specials and her new, like, all her new abilities. Her secondary kit is amazing. I really love the localized sun ability. I've wanted an ability like that in the game for so long, and now I finally have a localized sun ability. The last time I ever experienced something like that was in Elden Ring, with the fire giant, or the Flame of the Fell God, where you summon like a little sun and it tracks around. It's the move that the fire giant does that nobody likes because it's annoying, but it's a really cool spell to be able to use. So I was really excited to see that. I also really like the what is it? You know what I'm talking about. The nanosphere. I really like the nanosphere. It reminds me of not today's episode, but the most recent JJK episode before this one. The way it's used, just the animation for it, does kind of remind me of that one scene. I'm not going to say it just in case spoilers, and I don't want to spoil anybody for JJK on a Risk of Rain video, but it was really cool in my opinion. I really like the nanosphere. I like to be able to be able to essentially send it across the entire map if you're fast enough at reacting and there's small enough groups of enemies. I just find it super neat. And also the Tectonic Surge, really cool. I'm glad we got an Earth move. We got more context to what Artificers are actually capable of in the verse. I really like that. Also, I really like Risk of Rain 1 Acrid. The Toxic Bubble, amazing. I don't know. I'm just having a load of fun with this game. Definitely also having a load of fun with the Mithrix, or, well, not the Mithrix boss fight. I'm comparing to the Mithrix boss fight, but the Providence boss fight. The Providence boss fight is great. Definitely comparable to Mithrix for me. Definitely comparable to even Souls bosses. I really like Providence. I think Providence is a very interesting boss fight to be a part of. I like all his moves. They're very flashy in this game. They look really nice, very loud. The sound design is perfect. I'm a very big fan. The music as well for this game is just supreme as always. Chris blows it out of the park every single time. I am never disappointed with the soundtracks that we get from a Risk of Rain game. They are amazing. Huge fan. Can't wait to see more. Even if it's not by Chris, I really hope it's by Chris, but I can't wait to just see more by Chris in general and see more Risk of Rain OST. Risk of Rain has amazing music, and I'm a big fan of Risk of Rain. music. I listen to it on my own time. Genuinely superb. The graphical updates are great. I really like that in the credits of the game, it shows you some of the graphical updates. I don't know. I'm honestly kind of obsessed with this game. I always loved Risk of Rain. I played Risk of Rain 1 a little bit with one of my friends, who unfortunately I haven't been able to play this game yet with. Also, another thing, multiplayer is flawless. It works perfectly. I really like the system of being able to force share items. Thank you guys so much for that. Please add it to Risk of Rain 2. Thank you. But back to what I was saying, I played Risk of Rain 1 with a buddy, and like I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as this game. I found the game really tough, and my brain was too small to comprehend that tough games can be fun. I hadn't beaten a Souls game yet at that point. Now that I have, I really enjoyed the challenge that this game presented me, especially compared to Risk of Rain 2, as I had gotten really good at Risk of Rain 2. Not quite woolly good, but I would play quite a bit. And I was starting to get to a point where Monsoon was becoming really easy for me, and I was starting to want to transition over into the Eclipse 8 difficulty. Well, not Eclipse 8, obviously, but Eclipse, and see how far I could get. Super fun, super fun. Risk of Rain Returns is definitely a top dog for me when it comes to games currently. I have just been having an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for this love letter, Hopu. I really appreciate it. It almost feels like a Bungie level love letter. We're not going to talk about current Bungie, but with Halo specifically, really a big fan of how this game turned out. And I know Wooly didn't like it as much. For me, though, I found the gameplay challenges interesting and entertaining. For me, the gameplay style never turned into lining everybody up and shooting them. For me, it always turned into more of a dance, kind of almost in a Dark Souls sense. I just found it super interesting, especially as a melee survivor. You definitely get the most out of the game, in my opinion. At least I get the most fun as a melee survivor. I've always liked melee games, melee characters, so obviously that's more my thing. Pilot is also definitely up there for some of my top things. Really hope that with the Risk of Rain 2 DLC being announced, that we do get pilots or some form of character from Risk of Rain 1 or Risk of Rain Returns. I would like to see Pilot, Drifter, or Miner more than anything, or maybe some new abilities. I would like to see some of Loader's new kit, or things like that. I think that'd be really cool. Just a really neat thing for me, especially. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of what they've been doing. I'm excited for the mobile game. We're gonna ignore the fact that it's gacha, even though it is gacha. I'm still excited. I hope the gacha isn't too predatory. If it's even just like relatively okay, I'll be able to manage. I'm okay with gacha games. Sometimes it's like I want a specific character and it's annoying to grind to get that character. But overall, I'm really excited. I would love to see an expansion of the IP, a game like, if anybody has ever heard of Titanfall Assault, it's an old mobile game, a deck building game. If we ever got a Risk of Rain style game like that, I would be so happy. I really like the Risk of Rain universe, and I really hope to see more from the universe other than just what we've already seen. Obviously, the roguelike is a classic for Risk of Rain, but seeing things like tower defenses, seeing things like strategy games, like I would love an RTS like Halo Wars style, where it's like Team Planet versus Team UESC. I think that'd be super cool to have, like, you're summoning all your different units, and your hero unit is Captain, and then on the other side you have Providence, and he can summon like Elder Lemurians and all that. I think it'd just be super cool. I'll definitely throw out ideas for days. Mentally, will any of them get made? Probably not, but it's still cool to throw out things that I think would end up being fun for people, and especially me. But like for other people, I think they'd be interested too, and it could bring more people into the IP. I would love a Risk of Rain, like, it's kind of hard, but like a show, like a story. I don't know. There's so much that I think could be done, and I really hope we get more. I don't know. I just love it. I mainly, I'll admit, this was supposed to be a Risk of Rain Returns video, and then it kind of just turned into me yapping about how much I love how Risk of Rain is my favorite IP, other than Dark Souls. But like Dark Souls and Risk of Rain definitely take my favorite IP. I just love the universe, the lore, the characters, the designs. The designs that they come up with are just so interesting and unique, in my opinion. Lemurians having all this lore, especially getting new lore. I'm so excited. So was it a little clickbait, the title? Yes, but not really towards the end of the video, because this video was supposed to be that way. But either way, I'm going to be wrapping up this video here, or else I'm just going to talk and talk. But thank you guys so much for watching. I seriously appreciate it so much. I'm glad the channel's been growing the way it has been, and I'm excited to play more games for you guys and do more that inspires me and inspires you guys as well, maybe to make your own content or just find new games to play. Genuinely, I've been appreciating the support. So I will see you guys, hopefully in the next one. Have a good one.